So today's video, we are on our way to our first doctor's appointment. I am super excited because I found a birth center, which, long story short, but if you did not know with Sebastian, I had a very traumatic birth. I do have my whole birth story on our channel. I'll link it above if you want to go watch that. But let's just say I really am trying to avoid a hospital birth at all costs. Specifically one hospital. So if I have to have a hospital birth, it just will not be at that specific hospital. But all of that to say,
with everything going on right now.
Well, yeah, with the world going on. But I mean, who knows what'll be in March when I'm due.
Yeah, that's what.
Anyways, so we're on our way to a birth center. I'm actually kind of surprised that they went ahead and scheduled this appointment because I am only 4 weeks and like 5 days today. Today is July 7th. But yeah, so I'm on my way. I think it's just gonna be consultation kind today, like where they're just gonna kind of go over my history and make sure I'm a good fit. They do have water births here, which is like, that's my #1 goal. Like that is the goal, is to be able to have a water birth. And so I'm really excited for this appointment, and hopefully I like the doctors. Hopefully everything works out. This, we thought was closer to our home, ends up it's still probably like an hour from our house, just in a different direction. But anyways, I do not know how much I'll actually be able to record in there, obviously with laws and things. But yeah, I'm excited, and I will be excited to share anything that I find out or anything that I can share at the time. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys. Okay, so, oh goodness.
Whoops.
So this morning I had the appointment and I was going to vlog and kind of follow up afterwards, but I fell asleep on the car ride home. Anyways, so to sum up this appointment, we waited, my appointment was at 9, and at 10:30, the doctor finally came in and she goes, "Your pregnancy test is negative." And I was like, couldn't respond, and I kind of started tearing up, and she was like, "Don't worry, we'll do some blood work, we'll see what's going on." Hold on, the camera's fogging up. So she was like, "Let's do blood work, let's see what's going on." So I'm freaking out, and obviously like Zach wasn't in the room with me because him and Sebastian were in the car because of COVID and all that. So I was there alone and freaking out. So I go to do the blood work, and then the girl that's like in the lab shows me the pregnancy test, and there's a faint line on it. Like you can see the faint positive. And in my mind, I'm like, well, actually I think I said out loud, that's positive. There's 2 lines on a pregnancy test. If you see 2 lines at all, that means you're pregnant. There's no such thing as like a false positive, only like false negatives. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So they take my blood work and scheduled me an appointment for 2 weeks from today to basically come back and recheck. So then I tell Zach when I get to the car, and I'm like, my anxiety's like through the roof, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Kind of freaking out. I go home when we finally get home, and I took a pregnancy test, and it's like clear as day positive. Like it literally was like the full positive sign, no issues. So considering the fact that I think I'm like only 15 or 16 DPO, so days past ovulation today, I think I'm just too early that they like didn't want to claim that it was a positive even though it was clearly positive. The camera keeps fogging up. I don't know why.
It's so cold and it's so hot in here because of the air.
I guess. But anyways, so that was clearly positive, and so I'm kind of like less worried now. I still feel pregnant, like I've been feeling. I still feel ridiculously crampy. All of the other symptoms I've had this whole time. So I'm not really freaking out. I'll go back in 2 weeks. They'll review the blood work or whatever and kind of go from there. Anyways, but I wanted to go ahead and vlog because I had my first pregnancy craving. Out of the freaking blue, I have no idea. I was sitting at my desk and just confetti cake came to mind, and for some reason that sounds amazing right now. So it's my lunch break and we are on our way to Walmart because I need confetti cake. It is a necessity. I am pretty sure this is my first craving, so that's what we're doing now. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch base, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks at my next appointment, and I'll follow up with this video then. Hi guys, so it is officially my first real doctor's appointment. It is July 20th, and I am on my way. It is super freaking early. It's 6:53. But before I go, I wanted to share my dream last night because it was so funny and I was so pissed I woke up. So apparently I was hanging out with Justin Bieber. I know, I'm so cool. And he was like belligerently drunk for some reason this night. And so he was trying to get a cab or like a driver to drive him home. And for some reason, like no one was able to, and he couldn't get anyone. And he like had an $8,000 like something that he like slid, and he was like, I don't care, like this is what I'll pay. And then the guy was like, there's still no drivers available. So I looked at Justin and I was like, it's okay, like I'll just drive you home, babe. And why I was calling him babe, I have no idea, but it was great in my dream. And he was like, okay. And I'm not a cars person. I don't even know what car Justin Bieber drives. I like Justin Bieber, he's great, like his music, but I'm not like overly obsessed with him. So I don't really know anything about him, this details. But for some reason, he was like, yeah, okay. So he gave me his car keys and I was about to get in a badass Maserati and drive away to Justin Bieber's house and take him home. And it was like gonna be the dream come true. And then my alarm went off. So my morning started out pretty bad because I did not want to get up. But that's why I look like this, because I didn't want to get up. So my hair is up and I have no makeup on. It's also very early. But yeah, so I'm on my way to my doctor's appointment and I will see you guys when we get there. Yo, okay, so I just had my first appointment and I'm about to head home, but I wanted to go ahead and share just real quick like about my appointment before I forget. But first of all, I absolutely freaking love the doctor. I love everyone that I've met. It's been amazing. So obviously masks are mandatory in doctor's office, but they not once asked me to put my mask on. They were very respectful that I was not comfortable with it, respected everything I said about that. So, which I never even really had to talk about it, but like they just never expected it and then didn't look at me weird for not having it on. So that was nice for sure. I'm gonna cut the air on. I know it's gonna affect the audio. You guys are just gonna have to deal because it's hot and I'm pregnant. But yeah, so the doctor comes in and she goes, which you guys know because obviously we came 2 weeks ago and my appointment said that, or they said that my test was negative. So she comes in and she shows me the blood work and she's like, everything's positive. Your levels were like 120 something. So you're definitely pregnant. And I was like, okay, great. Yeah, like that's what I thought. And she kind of laughed and she was like, you knew before we did. And I was like, well, we had been trying. And so she was really, really funny and really sweet. And then she did go ahead and do like the full scan, like vaginal, everything. And then she went ahead and decided to go ahead and do a full blood panel for pregnancy. So got my blood taken, which I hate, but that was fine too. And then she was so sweet. We were talking about, I asked about breastfeeding because obviously Sebastian still nurses. And I asked like if there was any restrictions or anything I needed to know around that, like breastfeeding while pregnant and all of that. And so she said there was no concerns, totally safe to keep doing, and that they totally are huge breastfeeding supporters, and that like, you know, she supports up to 3 or whatever. And so I loved that. I loved that she was like on the same page as me on breastfeeding. And then my absolute favorite thing that like I can't even explain is so God is that the doctor's office does have like Christian music playing, which I really like, but you know, sometimes that's just background music. But the doctor was so sweet. So she comes in and after she does my exam, she looked at me and she just goes, you just radiate joy. She was like, there is just something about the way you're talking, you just sound so happy. And it just kind of like melted my heart, and I was like, that's the thing that I've prayed for with this pregnancy. If you know us and you know Sebastian, I hated being pregnant. We had a lot of like personal things going on, and that whole pregnancy, it was just really rough. And Sebastian, my word during that pregnancy was just that he was gonna be the most resilient little boy, which he is. But with this baby, I just wanted joy. I just wanted happy and like relaxing, peaceful, and enjoyment, and just joy. That's the word that I really have been praying over this pregnancy. And when the doctor said that I was radiating joy, I almost started crying because it was just like, thank you God, because obviously this is where I'm supposed to be. This was a God thing, this birth center even exists, but it's also a birth center with an MD, not just midwives. So she's an actual OB, everything, like, you know, it's just, it was definitely a God thing. And then also I will have my ultrasound August 10th, and we're announcing on August 13th. So I don't know when you guys are gonna see this, but my birthday is August 13th. So my ultrasound on August 10th, she said that technically my husband isn't supposed to come with me, but since my appointment's first thing in the morning, if he wants to, they won't say anything about it. So Zach gets to come with me to my ultrasound, and I'm very excited. So yeah, we're gonna have to get someone to watch Sebastian, but I'm just so excited, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, this is just such a God thing. So pray that I continue to have a low risk pregnancy, that everything continues to be normal as far as my blood pressure and everything else just keeps coming back normal. Because if I do become anything higher than like the low risk, then I can't deliver here because they have certain restrictions because it is a birth center, not a hospital. So pray that everything stays normal, and then I get to have the birth that I dreamed of. And I'm very excited. So that was my first appointment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, we have tons more content coming. I don't know what order all these videos are gonna go up in, but definitely check out the playlist if you haven't, of other videos that we've already shared, as like our announcement, telling Zach, you know, all that. But yeah, I'm just so excited. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.